if you check your CPF statement, you may see a higher contribution this month already. And that's because CPF has actually raised its monthly salary ceiling up to $6,300. In any case, if you don't earn that amount, don't worry yet. Learn about it still, because next time when your pay increases, you understand things a bit better. And from this tutorial, you can learn two important things, one prediction, and I have an important announcement to share with you, so stay tuned right to the very end. Hi guys, welcome back. For many years, the CPF monthly salary ceiling was stuck at $6,000, which means also if you earn $7,000, take note again that $1,000 does not earn you CPF contributions. On the other hand, if you earn $10,000 for example, it is still only that $6,000 that attracts CPF contribution. That is why this scheme SRS, the Supplementary Retirement Scheme, has been around to allow citizens to voluntarily contribute more for their retirement and get a tax relief in exchange. So the major change is that this $6,000 CPF salary ceiling is now increased to $6,300. If you see this summary table, you would realize that this has taken effect as of 1st of September 2023. We've just hit the first one. There are 3 more subsequent phases that will come in 1st of January 2024, which will come in very soon, and I'll use that figure to extrapolate things. And then 1st of January 2025. Last but not least, it will end in 1st of January 2026 with a CPF monthly salary ceiling of $8,000 by then. If you see on the right hand column, that is the CPF annual salary ceiling, correct? That still stands at $102,000, and this computation is also used for SRS, which I'll come back to touch in a while. So you may have this question, how does this $102,000 annual salary ceiling come about? The simple way to understand it is it's 12 months of $6,000, which is the monthly salary ceiling, and a total of 5 more months of bonus on top of that $6,000, and 5 more months of bonuses. That brings a total of 17 months of $6,000. Another simple way to understand this CPF annual salary ceiling is that this bonus portion is $30,000 because it's 5 months times $6,000. Understanding this allows me to explain whether you are going to benefit from this change or not, because you could very well be in the maximum CPF contribution situation already, and there's actually no real change to you. So let's run through the situations. The first one, if you earn $6,000 and have a 5-month bonus at least, you are already going to hit the CPF annual salary ceiling. And maybe we should pause a bit here, because many in the comments I suspect will say, where in the world do they pay 5 months of bonus? It is true, there are some industries, for example in investment banking, I've seen that many a times. And previously, even in oil and gas, they used to pay such big bonuses. Then the second situation, if you earned $8,000 and have a bonus of at least 3.75 months, that will also bring you to the annual salary ceiling already of $102,000. And last but not least, the third scenario, if you earn $10,000 and have at least 3 months of bonus, you also hit that annual salary ceiling already. So if you're unsure, take a quick screenshot of this. And if you have less bonus than these situations, which I think is the majority, then probably you'll like it, especially if your base pay is high. That leads to a first tip. If you have a choice to take a higher base pay with less bonuses, you may likely benefit. And to just put it into context, that means, for example, option A is $6,000 base pay with a lot of bonuses, versus option B, $8,000 base pay with less bonuses. I think option B now is clearly more favorable. You get more money on a monthly basis upfront, and you also do not lose in terms of the CPF contribution. Let's pull out the table for changes moving forward for CPF monthly salary ceiling. We would see that 1st of January 2026, that will be raised to $8,000 per month already, correct? Which means also, if you earn $8,000 times 12 months, that is $96,000 already. You don't need that much of bonuses to reach the max of CPF annual salary ceiling. At this point, it's just solely to let you understand the total income you can earn when you factor in CPF contributions. I actually found a salary guide by Straits Times, and if you play with this tool, which I'll leave in the links below, you would realize that you can actually input your monthly income, your age, and your occupation to find out where you actually stand in terms of an age group and industry. As shown over here, you would see that $8,000 pay for my age range is the top 34% of all taxpayers. However, based on occupation, maybe it's underpaid. I'll leave this tool below for you to play around with it, mainly as a point for negotiating your salary. It's definitely not for happiness, because as what Charlie Munger has mentioned, it's not greed that drives the world, it's envy. Use this tool wisely, and we'll move on to the second point, which relates to mortgage. These days, mortgage rates are 3.5% for fixed rates and 4.6% for floating rates. While on the other hand, CPF OA still pays you only 2.5%. And that's why I've actually did a refinancing very recently to move myself from a floating to a fixed package, and I'll be sharing details with you in a future episode. So as always, smash on the subscribe. Stay tuned for that release, especially if you're in this dilemma of what mortgage package to choose. But back to the point on CPF OA and mortgage interest costs. If CPF OA is paying you 2.5%, which is less than mortgage costs, you're quite possibly better off using your CPF OA to pay down that mortgage because your interest earned is less than your interest cost. If you're high income, and let's put that number at $6,800, for easy definition of how much this change will be, at the age group of 35 and below, previously your CPF OA was getting an inflow of $1,380. As of now, in September 2023, your new CPF OA contribution will be $1,449. Moving forward, for 1st of January 2024, your OA will be $1,564. A total increment of $184 per month that you can use for mortgage. If you're age group of 36 to 45 and earning $6,800 and above, previously your CPF inflow was $1,260 per month. As of now, in September 2023, your CPF OA will now be getting an inflow of $1,323, and moving forward to 1st of January 2024, your CPF OA will be attracting $1,428. In this age group of 36 to 45, you're going to earn $168 more per month that you can use further for mortgage repayment. So if you'd like to increase the amount from CPF that is used to pay for your mortgage, simply log on to CPF website, go under My Requests, select under Property, and select Use CPF for your property. For me right now, I have no property in my name already. That's why this portion forward is blank. But for your side, you will be able to see property details, and you can actually revise your monthly mortgage installment by simply completing the steps over there. So if you're unsure how CPF OA is calculated, I've actually this table to show you. This also answers if you're above the age of 46, how much more CPF OA you'll be getting with these changes, especially if you're earning more than $6,800. And what you can see also from this table is that as you grow older, your CPF OA contribution actually drops. So be careful also in terms of your mortgage affordability. Once you reach the age of 50s and you have been relying a lot on your CPF OA for mortgage payments, you could hit shortfalls, or that you have to use more cash for mortgage repayment. As always, if you have questions, leave in the comment sections below and smash the like button because it's taken our team hours to prepare this presentation for you. And since you stuck right to the very end, I have a prediction and an interesting announcement. The first, of course, is the prediction. I've mentioned in a previous episode, why is this $102,000 CPF annual salary ceiling not increased with this exercise from budget 2023? My guess back then is that government either increases this progressively or increase this right at the very end in 1st of January 2026. Since so far there's no news on it, my prediction is that they will increase this only in 1st of January 2026, so that there's not too much system changes in terms of how to tabulate. Because whenever you make changes, you need public announcements, you need HR to change their software in terms of how much to contribute. This monthly ceiling increment is already a big headache. Which means also, in 2026, there is still a big chance that the formula of 17 months of the monthly salary ceiling will be used for the annual salary ceiling. And by then, it could be 17 months times $8,000, which brings this annual salary limit to $136,000. If this were to come true, compounding CPFs would become a lot faster. $1 million CPF accounts will become more and more. And not just that, SRS, which uses the formula of 15% of CPF annual salary ceiling, would also likely follow up along with that pack. Take note again, that's my personal view and my prediction. I have an announcement to share with you. If you have always wanted to learn a bit better on investments, on retirement planning, and also know a bit more on properties, check out the Georgetown Finance Summit coming to you end of October and start of November. For this year, I'll be running 2 dates because in 2022, we sold out 50 at SMU. I got a chance to meet 50 of you guys over there, and this year I want to scale it bigger to be able to shake hands with you at a live event and answer your questions in a meetup session. So as always, look for links below on how to purchase your tickets today. There'll be no selling event because it's at SMU where it's fully educational, and the seminar room seats are very limited. So follow on the links below and check out this previous video I've done on the Georgetown Finance Summit if you haven't seen that. Take care as always, and see you soon. Goodbye.